Good evening. Welcome to our virtual back to school night. I'm Principal Martinez. I've been here for 7 years, and during distance learning, one of our priorities is to ensure that all our students have all the resources necessary to be successful. I introduce you now to Mr. Daniel Rimmer, our assistant principal.
Hi, I'm Daniel Rimmer. This is my second year as the vice principal here at North Monterey County Middle School. While we're at distance learning, one of our primary focuses as a site team in the school is that our community members, our parents, and especially our students know that we're here to support them and that we care about them. We're going to transition now into your students' teachers. Then at the end, we'll reconnect with our counseling department to give you some important information. Again, welcome to our virtual back to school night.
All right. Hi, greetings parents. We're here with our 8th grade Alpha family. Mr. Gonzalez, Ms. Lamberton, Ms. Hickok, Ms. Sweeney, Mr. Gutierrez, and Ms. Pinard. And they will be sharing with you some overviews of their class, starting with Mr. Gonzalez.
Hi, Mr. Gonzalez. Today I'm going to go over really quickly what U.S. history is about. The course content, we pretty much start with colonialism and we go up to 1896, Reconstruction. Our focus is on developing American constitutional democracy from the birth of our nation to Reconstruction. Some more of our focus skills is helping your student become an effective, argumentative, and informative essay writer, learn how to use in-text citations and MLA style format. Our textbook is pretty much the Impact United States History and Geography 2019 edition, with supplemental being Mini Qs in American History Volume 1. Grading weights in this course is 80% for assessments, 20% for practice tasks, which means homework or any other kind of classwork. The essential course success toolkit that I consider is consistent attendance, first of all, dedication to the class, and participation. Always self-advocate is a second priority. Students should be asking questions and always being independent learners as well. Weekly agenda is important to consider and look at every single day, since it reflects what we're doing throughout the entire week in very great detail. Good classroom, Google Classroom resources, make sure that they always access those, the PDF textbook chapters, the Google document task, and the mini Qs packet and essays. There's also a link to room 218, which awaits your student hopefully later on this year. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Molly Hickok Parker, and I teach your child English Language Arts 8. And this is a little snapshot of what we're doing right now. Currently, we're in Unit 1, which is called Charles. We are reading a short story by Shirley Jackson entitled Charles, and we are reading the story 3 times. We're doing a first read, which your children already did for comprehension. They also completed a second read for the purpose of the dramatic arc. And this week, they'll be doing a third read or a close read for dialogue. At the end of the unit, they are being asked to do a narrative final essay and a post-test on the reading of Charles. The texts we'll be using this year are Charles, as I mentioned before, with a concentration on dialogue and characterization. Then we'll move on to Unit 2, which is The Telltale Heart, and we'll be focusing on figurative language and argumentative writing within a PowerPoint project. Then we'll be finishing the year with Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry, a novel, and again focusing on argumentative writing. We are using Google Classroom, obviously, as our digital portfolio. And the purpose of this is it's a collection of lessons as well as writing assignments and resources throughout the year to show students' progress. The pre-assessment essay your student did the second week of school is in our Google Classroom digital portfolio, and this is being used as a base score for their writing. There's been no instruction given on that assignment, and it was not graded. It was scored, and those scores have been shared with your students' other teachers in our Alpha family. But from this point on, all other essays will be scored, graded, and revised. If you need my contact information, I have my email there for you, as well as the extension for my phone number at school, and then my office hours, which are Tuesday through Friday from 2 to 2:30, and there are Zoom links for that in Google Classroom.
Hi, my name is Miss Pinard, Cheryl Pinard, and I teach the ELD writing class. And this is a classroom that is to support all other contents. As such, we are just going to be focusing on two standards, which is RLRI 8.1 to cite the text evidence that mostly strongly supports an analysis of what the text says, and writing 8.1, write arguments to support claims with clear reasons. The goal of the class is to increase your child's reading and writing skills by 2 years. So wherever they are, when they entered the classroom, by the end of the year, we'd like to see at least a 2-year growth. As such, this is a pass, no pass class because we are measuring progress. We're starting off our first unit by identifying the characteristics of a dystopian society while reading a science fiction novel. Here is the science angle. The higher readers will be reading Fahrenheit 451, and emerging readers and comprehenders will be reading and analyzing the novel City of Ember. After we're done with that, we're going to start identifying the characteristics of a dystopian society while reading an autobiography, a social studies angle, and we'll be reading the novel I Am Malala. Students are encouraged to read 20 minutes a day from a book of their choice based on a collaborative feedback given on their reading reflection sheet, because once a month we are going to be assessing their comprehension level and monitoring the progress that they're making. Please have your child invite you into their classroom, their Google Classroom, and/or monitor their learning through their account. So again, students will be assessed monthly on their reading comprehension growth, and I'll be collaborating with your child via Google Classroom. And then after every chapter of a novel that we will be analyzing in the classroom, they're going to be writing an argumentative paragraph. They're going to be taught how to introduce a strong claim, an opposing claim, how to support that claim in the form of MLA citations and the like. Immediate feedback will be provided for your child and assessed using proficiency scales for each standard, again, to measure their growth. There's going to be lots of writing with lots of feedback. And here's my contact information as well. Please feel free to email me or leave a message. I too have office hours Tuesdays through Friday from 2 to 2:30, and the Zoom link is in their Google Classroom. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Martha Lambertson. I am your child's 8th grade science teacher, and we are going to be doing using the Amplify textbook, which is an online textbook. Our course description is that it's an integrated approach to teaching science that puts the science in the role of scientists and engineers to figure out real world phenomenon. And as we're doing these units, every time they'll have to write an argument essay at the end of the unit, which dovetails nicely in the social studies and ELD and writing classes. The units, we're in the middle of the harnessing human energy unit right now, and then we'll go into force and motion, magnetism, light waves, earth, moon, sun. And all those are pretty much physical science. And then the last two, we go into a little of biological science with natural selection and evolutionary history. All the assignments are on Google Classroom. So if your child's ever absent, they can just go there and figure out what they need to do. All my grades are on Illuminate, and it's pretty much always up to date or within a couple days of being up to date. Office hours are Tuesday through Thursday from 2 to 2:30, and the link is on Google Classroom. And then here's how to get a hold of me. You can email me, call me. I check my school email often. And I'm sorry that we're not a live class because science is so much better as a live class. I'm showing them demos, but it would be so much better if they actually had stuff in their hands that they can work with. But this online textbook does have a lot of like simulations they can do, and that we'll have to do for now. Okay, nice to meet you. Contact me if you need to. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mike Gutierrez. I'm your student's 8th grade math teacher this year. A description of our class is that we're going to continue to build students' mathematical minds and really try to prepare them for success in high school. Some of the things that we're going to cover this year will be the real number system, which we're currently working on. Then we'll go into exponents and scientific notation. We'll then go into solving equations and systems of equations, followed by functions, the Pythagorean theorem, and then we'll end the year with transformations. Some important information about our class is that we have our Zoom class, and then we also have a portion of the class which is done on Alex, which is an online platform. Alex is really important that your student participates in that because it provides them with material at their own ability. So if they're an accelerated learner, it provides them an opportunity to learn at a quicker rate. If they're a little bit slower, it also gives them an opportunity to learn at a little slower rate. Our assignments are posted on Google Classroom each week. I have grades posted on Luminate. I'm always up to date with those. So if you ever have a question about grades, any assignments that might be missing, head to Illuminate and you can kind of check that out. To get a hold of me, I have office hours for the students from Tuesday to Thursday from 2 to 2:30, and there's a Zoom link in my Google Classroom for that. My email is there with my name. That's the best way to get a hold of me. I check that daily, several times a day, in fact. So anyway, I'll look forward to working with your student the rest of the year, and thank you.
Hello, I'm Maureen Sweeney. I'm the 8th grade PE teacher this year. And the students will be exposed to a variety of activities and skills with an emphasis on fitness for life. The class is designed to motivate and enhance each student's interest in PE. I use Google Classroom, and their lessons are there every day. And if they miss a day, they can find all the assignments there in Google Classroom. I do encourage the students to come to my class with their athletic gear on and ready to do their workouts and PE activities so that they're ready for their class following. So they should come to class ready to work out. All the materials are available online, and I use Zoom meetings for the virtual classes, and my grades are in Illuminate. I keep those pretty much up to date. Their grades are done on a point system. So if they attend their virtual classes regularly and on time and participate and do all of their assigned work, then their grades will be good. All right. I'm sorry I don't have your students personally, and I miss them. And I hope that you all have a great year. You can contact me through my email, which is up on my syllabus, and I have office hours as well, 2 to 2:30, and students can contact me in their Zoom sessions whenever it's appropriate. Have a great day.
Hello, welcome back. We hope that you gathered good information from your families. We are now here with our school counselors, Ms. Rustler, our 8th grade counselor, and Ms. Garnica, our 7th grade counselor. We are now going to be presenting a little bit of information, and they will be also talking about the resources and supports that they will be providing our students. Once again, Ms. Rustler this year is working with our 8th grade students, and Ms. Garnica is working with our 7th grade students. We continue communicating with our families to gather the first aid packets, the registration forms. We have some families who have not completed or returned their packets, and we have other families that have turned them in, but they have missing information or signatures. Make sure that if you receive a call from one of our employees, that you do schedule an appointment to stop by the school to complete this important paperwork. Our goal is to have it all completed and entered into our system by the end of next week. How to keep informed or how to be involved in our school. We do have, you could call our office. We have our school website or through our district app. We have information where you could gather the students' grades and information on the parent portal. If you still do not have access to that, remember that you could send us an email, any of us four, and we could communicate with our secretary to send you an email with your activation code for the parent portal. You may also email any of us four with any concerns or questions that you may have. We appreciate it, and we are working very diligently to make sure that we are responding quickly to all the emails that we've been receiving. You could also get involved in our parent-teacher organization, ELAC, or school site council, or become a volunteer when we come back as a hybrid model.
So I'm sure many of your students, teachers shared some of their classroom expectations. These are our school-wide distance learning expectations. We ask that students arrive and attend all of their Zoom sessions on time, complete all of their asynchronous assignments. So these are the assignments that they're to complete when they're not live and interacting with their teachers. We still continue to enforce and expect our RISE expectations of respect, integrity, service, and excellence in all of our Zoom sessions on Google Classroom and in all communication with students and staff and classmates. And then the most important one is distance learning can be very challenging. There are a lot of aspects that are unique and new to our students. So anytime they need help, that's what we're here for. And actually, we're gonna go ahead and pass it over to Ms. Rustler and Ms. Garnica, and they're gonna talk about some of the supports and services they will be providing for our students.
Hi all. So we use the roller coaster as the symbol for middle school because there's a lot of ups and downs and twists and turns. And it's a challenging and a very exciting time. But we want you to know that we are here to support you, both parents and students, especially during this time of distance learning. And Jasmine will go over a couple of the supports that we'll be offering.
Good evening. So as Cindy said, we will be going over the services that we offer at our school. We will be providing our students support in academics. So we will review their grades, as well as look at areas that they're having difficulty in and try to provide supports in that. We will also look at peer relationships and provide support in peer relationships. We know that this will tends to come up more when we're in person, face to face, but that doesn't mean that it can't happen in distance learning, and we want to make sure that our students are able to solve these conflicts in a positive manner. We will be supporting students and preparing them for high school, getting ready for college and career planning. So we want them to start thinking about their future and start thinking about goals. We will also support them in personal responsibility and self-advocacy. We have been working with students, we want them to take accountability, and we've been working with them, having them set alarms, for example, to be on time to their Zoom classes. We've also been, reaching out to them and encouraging them to ask for help from their teachers. We want them to have their own voice and use it. Another support that we offer is crisis intervention. So if your student is depressed or stressed, has anxiety, anything like that, we will be providing them with additional supports as well.
And we're also here to support you as parents and guardians. This can be, as I mentioned before, a challenging time. And so we want to help you to understand the changes that your students are going through, what they may be experiencing, and provide any resources to help guide you through this process, especially with the distance learning.
And in this section right here, we have our contact information. If you need to get a hold of me, the 7th grade counselor, you have me my information right at the top there. And if you need to get a hold of Miss Cindy Rustler, the 8th grade counselor, her information is right below my name.
And we just really want to let you know we're here to help. And that's, we hope you take advantage of it.
For our parent-teacher organization, we will be needing a couple of positions to be filled. Our parents have passed on to the high school now, so we do have the president, vice president, and treasurer positions open. If you're interested in participating in this organization, please go ahead and email me and let me know, and then we will be coordinating so that we could set up our first meeting of the year. We had our first English Language Advisory Committee, or ELAC, meeting 2 weeks ago. Currently, we have on our school website nomination forms available if you would like to nominate yourself or someone that you know for any of the open positions. We will be closing that at the end of this week to create ballots and sending them out for voting to fill the different positions. And we do have our next ELAC meeting scheduled for October 15th. At the same time, it will be posted on our website, the agenda and the time. School Site Council, we have our first informational School Site Council, which will be talking about what School Site Council is. We will be having our first meeting next Tuesday in the afternoon at 5:30. Our information was sent out in our weekly updates yesterday, and information will also be posted on our website, the agenda, and the link to join the meeting. We also have some positions open, and we will be talking about nominations for those positions as well. We hope to see many of you there.
We thank you all for attending. Hopefully you can gain some great information. We were going to be collecting some information from you as well. So please complete the parent survey that is included and embedded in the description of this video. Again, thank you all for attending. We know this has been a very unique start to a school year, but together we can do a lot of really good things. So thank you.